All right, we are recording. Hi, Mary.
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
everyone.
My name is Mary Osborne. I'm located in Austin, Texas. Today is going to be active split. We're going to focus mostly on conditioning and drilling of all the split muscles. So it's focusing on using all the muscles in the back side and the front side to actually keep the leg nice and straight, engaged, and be able to lift and almost, we probably won't be moving sides, but lifting forward and being able to lift back. So I think the biggest thing for all of this is if you ever feel pain, pain is no good. Please come out of something if you feel pain. I won't always be here. This is going to be recorded and put online. And then I think at the end of class, I will probably show a board that I have of all the drills so it can be an easy reference. Also, since this is only 40 minutes, we will be doing as many reps of these exercises as I would normally recommend. For doing reps, everyone has a different strength level. So we want to cater how many reps you do to where your strength is. So I might say like, all right, we're doing 10 reps and we're going to do 2 or 3 sets. However, that first set, you do 10 reps and it's just like your legs or your glute is on fire at like the 5th rep. Maybe if you feel a burn, do it for a couple more reps, but then keep that number in mind and then reuse that number. So if you're only doing like 7 reps because you're feeling the burn at the 5th number and then you just do a couple more, then your sets would be at 7. And then that's how you can work towards improving, is seeing if you can add gradually more or if you can add more sets to it. But normally I wouldn't do more than 3 sets max really for things, just increase your reps. So a lot of this conditioning and drills isn't about like heavy weight, and it's about learning to lift with our own muscles and body weight and stuff like that. So cool. So normally everything's gonna be compressed, so I'll give recommendations and we're gonna kind of like move through things. I like to start with mobilization. So if you've been sitting around a lot, we're gonna focus on like lower half mobilization. So I usually like to stand roughly shoulder distance apart, and I have a friend that jokingly calls SpongeBob, but I'll press my hips forward, and yeah, feel free to like follow along if you would like to the side, to the back, then I bring my hips out. Notice how I'm pushing my hips out, and I'm kind of drawing them in a circle, but hitting these 4 points. I'm just trying to get a little bit of range of motion in my hips, especially if it's pressed and I'm just sitting around all day. And the other direction. And you'll find if you're getting a little bit more open, you might move your chest lower. Cool. Another thing I like to do to kind of open up my hips a little bit is like stand slightly further apart. I have a turn out on my feet, so my toes aren't forward, they're turned out. And I will kind of like lunge to one side. So sorry, widen your feet enough so when you lunge, the knee is over the ankle a little bit more. And then we're going to lunge to the other side. So we're doing these lunges, and now when we lunge, I'm going to reach towards it. So like I'm not only trying to kind of open up my hips a little bit, I'm just trying to bring my whole body into it. If you wanted to really get your heart rate up, you would do this faster. And then when you do a reach, you would do kind of like a step touch. If you really wanted to start like really warming up your body and your hips and opening everything up. Ooh.
Hi, Mary. Just to let you know, Steve was just mentioning it was hard to make out the audio. I don't know if that's still the case.
It might be with how far I'm going. Let me know if, does it sound better when I'm closer? Sorry, Steve, you're like kind of dark too, so it's like hard for me to see the like the, oh, there. Okay, so is it bad when I get back here? Okay, I'll try to stand a little bit closer. Cool, so things I recommend to warm up and get your heart rate going, because you do want to get your heart rate up before you start doing drills, because you want your whole body to be working. I'd recommend, we're not going to do them all, but I'm going to recommend jumping jacks, your good old-fashioned squat. You can even hold weights, or burpees, or even just like, jumps. Things to warm up your body, or even just your good old-fashioned jogging in place, like heels to glutes, things like that, just to get your heart rate going. Normally, I would spend 10 to 15 minutes warming my whole body up as a whole, get the heart rate up before going into the drills that are focused solely on my hips and everything. Great. So let's pretend that we did 10 or 15 minutes of the warm up, getting the heart rate up. We just did a little bit of mobilization, but we didn't do fully. Maybe just for a quick warm up, we'll just do 20 jumping jacks really quick. Awesome. All right, so I'd like to, we're gonna start moving into like warming up our hips and leg muscles a little bit more. So I like to do these leg kicks. You need to be laying on the ground or standing up, depending how much room you have. So if you check me out, hopefully you can still hear me at this distance. Does it like sound? There, let me tilt the camera down because this is kind of like a cavernous space. So I think I need to be closer to the mic. Cool. So I think I'll come here. This probably should be better. So when I lay on my ground, this is opening up my forward split. We're focusing on forward split activation. So one foot is on the ground, the other one is straight. So notice when I lift it, I'm straight through the knee. When I'm lifting it, I'm not bent. So I'm using these muscles up here to keep the leg straight. Also note where my hips are. When I lift, see how the back of my hips are still placed on the ground. So we don't want to see this, and we don't want to see this, where I have space. So I like to do 10 of these kicks. My knee is facing towards my face. It's not turned out. I'm keeping the hips on the ground. I'm keeping my legs straight. And the other leg is a bent knee with the foot on the ground. You could straighten it, but that is a progression. Yeah. And kick on both sides. So this is kind of like an active warm up. We're getting the hip flexors kind of ready for like lifting. The next active thing we're gonna do is, hopefully I might slide on this. We'll come into a downward dog, and I'm going to come from downward dog. You can really flatten back. You can work on flattening your heels. Hang out here for a second. Kind of move your hips and your heels around to try to open up the lower half. And then we're going to bring the right leg up, but notice how my hip front is staying squared. It's a straight leg with a flexed foot. We're holding here for a second. I'm keeping my hip front, my hips on the ground. And now I'm going to arch my back, bring this nose to my knee. And then I'm going to bring my right leg forward between the hands. Find a strong foundation. Come up to this lunge. So my back knee is off the ground. We're going to check in here. Is the front of my hips facing forward? I'm just going to be headless for you all. Front hips are facing forward. They're not tilting towards the back leg here. So you might have to make adjustments. So the goal is to stay in this way and then do 10, lowering the back knee to the ground and up. Slow and controlled. You can put your hands on your hips, keep that like stabilization. When you come up and down, squeeze down in the back. Great. When you're done with that 10, you can come back to your downward dog. And then your other leg, your left leg, will come up behind you in your square lift. And then that knee is going to come towards your nose. And that left foot's going to come between the hands. You're going to find your stabilization in that. And we're going to square off our hips. I have like a hip press, but I usually like to touch that to kind of see, are they facing forward and not towards the back leg. So that's the difference between squared and unsquared. Cool. So in our squared position, we're going to do 10 of these lowering back leg, squeezing in the back. Thing to note, you always want this knee, when you're bent, to be over the heel. I want, when I'm down, a straight line. Great. When you're done, and it comes to a plank, our friend the plank. And I'm just going to hang out here for a second. And come down when you're ready. Awesome. Good job. All right, so we kind of, with those lunge dips, we're working on the back side, although when we're powering up, you might have felt it a little bit in the front. Now we're going to focus a lot more just on the front. We're going to do what I call tight leg raises. You might notice a difference in your leg strength. One might be a lot stronger than the other. I jokingly say I like to do my weaker leg first. So in this one, we'll come to a nice sit where our hips are nice and flat on the ground. This is a tight, it's legs together. I'm in a 90 degrees. For these lifts, I want to try to keep my chest lifted, my core is engaged. Hands can float here. Basically, the more upright you are, the harder it is. But you want to avoid completely like compressing your chest. You want to stay upright. Cool. So we're going to choose one leg, and when you lift it, things notes. When I'm lifting it, see how it's straight through the knee. That is engaging this muscle up here to lift through here. What it looks like when you're not really engaging these muscles is you have this, like, I call it a micro bend. There's a slight bend here. But we want to avoid that by squeezing this. So not are we using like our whole hip flexor to lift. We're engaging the muscle entirely. So, hands are here, torso lifted. I'm going to choose my left leg, this is my weaker one, and we're going to do 10 slow lifts with this. Speed is not the name of the game with these. So it's control. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower. All right, now we're gonna really, what I like to do, if I don't do like 3 sets of 10 and I want to compress it, what I might do is just maybe 1 set of 10 lifts and then 1 sustained hold. So now we're going to lift the same leg and hold it really using our core because our core is connected to hip flexors. We're trying to make these hip flexors stronger and lifting as well. All right, other leg, 10 lifts. We got this. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we rest a few seconds, and now we're going to do the sustained hold. So we're going to lift and hold it, lift it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. And you lower. And you know, if anything ever feels like too much, sometimes it's windshield wipering, especially in your hip flexors. This motion, or like even going this far, will be a good release on your lower back or your flexors. So feel free, if something's starting to pinch a lot, some people like to use foam rollers. If you find that something's pinching and you're familiar with that body group, you can always take a break, use a foam roller, use a lacrosse ball, and maybe you'll see if you can kind of break up that adhesion before proceeding. Cool. So those are the leg lifts. Oh, I'm sorry. We did them individually. I always finish with lifting both of them at the same time for a 10 count. Woo! So much fun, right? All right, we got this. Yeah. All right, we're going to lift for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right, one last lift. We're gonna hold it for a count of 10. We're gonna lift and we're gonna hold. It's gonna feel great. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! And lower. So, like I said, like at the beginning of class, because this was to cater to multiple strength levels, if doing 10 is way too hard and you're just like breaking your line, or you're only here, reduce how many you do. And if you come up here and you're breaking, but you can keep it straight here, I would rather see it lower and straight than higher and bent knee. Things to note for those kind of exercises. Cool. Now we're going to go with, we're kind of alternating between front and back. We're going to go back to isolating the glute muscle and lifting in the back. There's a few progressions for this. So I'm going to show the easiest progression, and it's elevating yourself. So you would either use, so this is the easiest. You don't necessarily have to do the easiest one. I'm just going to show it for the sake of the video. A chair or a couch. Something where you can go on it, where you're here, and you might want to like grab down. So things to note in this. I'm on one knee, the back knee, one leg is straight. Things to note. See how I'm like rounding my lower back and I'm not doing this arch? This is an arch. Arch is not what we want. We want the rounded. Because if we arch, we're cheating this lift. If we stay rounded, only the glute is working. So this is progression 1 and doing a lift here. And I'm coming down and I'm lifting. And I'm staying rounded in the back. So if that's way too easy, the next step, which feel free to use the next step, Steven. I know you're definitely stronger. You can kind of go in like an elevated pigeon. So notice how the knee on the ground is going across. If I cross it, I can't arch my lower back. You would stay here, you would touch, keep your hip front down, and you would do 10 lifts here. Squeeze your glutes at the top of it. And then you would go to the other side. So of course with everything else, we're only doing one set of everything, but you can do 2 or 3 sets, and please do how many reps makes sense for you. If 10 is too easy, go more. 10 is too hard, do less. So if you have like crazy strong glutes, which a lot of you do, the next advancement is not being elevated. I'm just going to show it for an example. And it's actually coming into full pigeon. So it's kind of double-edged sword because you have to have the flexibility to be able to come all the way down here. But you would come down here and you would lift here. And that is the hardest progression. So feel free if you want to try a couple of those, Stephen, to kind of see like where you're at. But you're like fully on pigeon on the ground, and you kind of outstretch your front arms and see if you can lift. Sorry, and also like bring your torso forward more. It's a really weird one. There you go. Yeah. But that one, there is no cheating or lies in that one. You can't arch your lower back at all. So that is the hardest progression. And that one kind of made me sweat just a little bit. It's just now. It's also 80 degrees in here. Because I think this is like on, I'm in Texas right now, and we're on record. This is like one of the hottest days in a while for May. And it's like friggin' like swimming, like 100-degree weather outside. Whew. All right. So those are the pigeon leg lifts. Ideally 10 of those. So we have been focusing just on front of leg and back of leg. It is good to touch on like side butt lifts. That is more for like middle split active flexibility, but I kind of wanted to touch on it because it is a different part of your glute. So to work on side glute lifts, you would find a place on your side. Things to note: this bottom hip is always pinned on the ground. This one is stacked. I'm not leaning back. I'm not leaning forward. I'm staying stacked. So progression 1 is without a band. And you do these reps where you lift up, and you can come all the way down. You like to stay stacked and lower, and lift and lower. And you would do maybe, 3 sets of 10 or whatever makes sense. However, if you have really strong glutes, which I have a feeling most slackliners do, you would use a circular band. Or you would take a Theraband and tie it in the knot. And so you would come here and you would lift and slowly lower. Lift and slowly lower. So after you do 10 of these, you would lift open, stay open, and then you can do pulses. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So ideally, 2 or 3 sets, and then like a sustained open and hold, and you would do it on both sides. So the more slow and controlled you are, the more you're really engaging that muscle. So after you do 10 of those lifts, you would open, and then you would pulse for 10. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Cool. So now this is checking in with our full active split. Do you have anything like a roller or block to rest on? You don't have to. I've been teaching online for the last 2 months. Yeah, that would work. Bolsters, pillows, a stack of books, anything to elevate, and how high you need is dependent on your flexibility. So you can use anything really around the house to lift. And then ideally you would find 2 things. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Or maybe a band, but you don't, it's not necessary for the second thing, but I'm going to show what it looks like, and then maybe I'll show what it looks like without. So you're going to place your prop underneath your glutes. So over here. So they're more underneath my glutes, not my lower back. If you have a second thing, whether it's a water bottle, anything around the house, you would hold that here. So however much you need is how big your item is. So if you can't bring your leg this close to your face, you would find something bigger, or you would find like a towel or something to kind of like hold around this leg. So in this drill, for you, Stephen, can you press your hand against the chin? Great. So you're going to put your right leg closer to your face. You're going to press your hand against that right shin. For me, I'll probably do this one. I mean, I could do here. But keep in mind, I'm trying to draw this shin into my hand, into my face. So I'm going to come to a tight and then press this leg into my arm and then squeeze my other glute and try to draw that heel to the ground. Try to squeeze that cheek to get that glute to the ground, and then you slowly come up. So you're going to do this roughly 10 times. I like to do something here because it reminds me to press. So over here, squeeze this back leg glute, trying to get that heel against the ground. The goal is more of the opening. You know, and you don't have to force it. It's really about squeezing everything and then monitoring your progress, right? Great. And you do it on both sides. Doing great. Yeah. If you were to do this again, Steve, maybe finding an item that's like pretty sizable to put between your front leg and your hand, so you can keep that distance closed. I would just search for something around the house, you know, eventually. So that way you don't have to worry about that floating away from you too much. Great. So, that one is a really good drill, and not only that front, like you'll notice how like it was basically in a front split, and I couldn't cheat it. So like I have a full passive split. So when I go into that drill, you can see that my line is not nearly flat. My back leg is strong enough to draw down, but I have a ways to go in the strength of my front leg, being able to just like actively pull it into my face. Cool. So there's that. There's this lovely bridge drill that is a similar thing. You would find something around the house, whether it's a book, a roller, maybe even a water bottle might work if it's thick enough. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you're going to come into like a half bridge position. You're going to find something to block between the legs that's raised up in the air. And I'm going to really focus. You'll notice in all this, I'm really trying to focus on keeping this straight and not micro bend. So really working on this muscle, pulling it towards my face. So this is step one, is working on this activation chain up here. Step two is going to be the lovely half bridge and lifting his head. So if you want to check me out, you lift. Up here, you hover, slowly lower. Yeah. Hover, slowly lower. Yes. You know, and you do however many you feel like you can do without just like completely dying. And you know, ideally more than one set. Really focus on whatever hip is lifting, really like engaging through the back to do that lift while still drawing this leg towards your face. And then make sure you do both sides lift. So down here, so lifting and lowering. The more advanced you are, the shorter the distance between your hand and this front leg becomes. You should really feel it all though in this leg, really. I mean, it's everything. I'm not gonna lie. These drills are pretty killer. Cool.
Just letting you know, Mary, we have 5 more minutes on our recording.
Cool. Yeah. I'll find the last few things. Let's see. So I think I went through almost all of my drills. I didn't get to some of them because I kind of want to talk through what I would do after I'm done with that. So I'm going to show really quick this board. So, oh no, it's backwards. Oh, video doesn't work well because it's backwards. But I haven't.
I can do it fine.
Oh, no, it's not backwards?
No, it's fine. I can record.
It's backwards for me. So yeah, I did almost everything. I think, oh my gosh, I have to look at it because I can't see. The only one, downward dog and triangle, and those knee dips. And I believe, nope, I think that's the only one that we didn't touch on. Everything else, I think we went through it shortly. But like I said, I normally recommend working up to doing 10 and doing 2 or 3 sets of them. And then as always, do an actual full warm-up and mobility in the beginning, please. But the triangle one looks like this, where turn downward, come to your lunge, and then you straighten. You kind of find your triangle pose here. You get your hips forward and front, and then you would work on your dip and up here. So it's like a lifting instead of, because we also did this one where we lifted. So it's like the opposite of that, where we're coming down and now we're coming all the way to that and straight. So that was the only one that we didn't really cover on. So after I do all of these drills and strengthening, I usually like to do more, start to like open up range of motion a little bit more. So for me, it's usually hip flexor and hamstring. So it would be like actually starting square and then coming into this lunge, but with these scoops. So you, I'm going to do a really quick, then we have like 3 minutes, just an example and demo. I would start going into here and trying to see the opening. finding the opening in that. After finding the opening in both sides, I would bring this leg straight, still trying to kick these hip fronts forward, and then working on dropping my belly to the top of the thigh, and then working on this range of motion. Here, doing that on both sides, and then maybe even lowering. So once I was in this hamstring, I bend like this, and then even working on this range of motion where it's now more elongated, and you can even add this. I mean, if you feel the stretch here, you would hang out straight arms, or you would come down. So you're working on hamstrings, you're working on the lunges on both sides. Boop, boop. And then like down here, or here. So range of motion, quad range of motion would be one leg forward, one back. Here, try to keep your hips scooped. See how this top rib cage kind of bent? Everything scoops in, and then you're working down, trying to get a stretch here. So you're just trying to open that up. Once you're like really open, you might be able to come down, and then you would do that on both sides, kind of open that up. So this is the openings that I would do after drills to start working towards my passive split. So I would do those kind of things, and then I think I would hit my passive split, which I'm probably not going to cover it all because I only have 1 minute. So that's going to be an addition. But also, after you do your passive splits, that's a different discussion. Be nice to your body. You know, do things to cool down, whether it's just like rocking side to side, moving your hips around, or the windshield wipers, and making sure that you're nice to your body afterwards. So yes, that was a really quick and dirty drills, shortened, and then hopefully what you can add before and after. So, you know, here's my basic 101, be nice to you in forward split drilling and working on all of it. So thank you for joining me, and yeah, thanks for having me, everyone.
Thank you, Mary.
And thanks, Steve. See you.